loud. At least it's quick to exit out. You don't have to like fully exit the cinematics to sort this out. It's close. Still too loud though, man. That's better. Might still be a tiny bit loud, but it's still a tiny bit loud, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Planet X. Still too loud. How can it be so small when its pull is so strong? These readings. Something is wrong. This is a black hole. Okay. So I can manually erase everything if I wanted to, but, you know, me with my old man hands, you can also press the button F. So I'll be doing that quite a lot, I think. I believe this is supposed to be a visual novel, I heard, about 2 hours long. If found. Nice. This book belongs to somebody. December 3rd, 1993. Would have been 5 years old back then, chat. I'm home. My name is Casio. Like the watch or calculator. Things to remember. 1. Your earliest memory is your da. Maybe that's short for dad. Holding you up on the beach, lifting you over the waves. Rain coming in, he said. Best get back to your mam, or best to get back or your mam will worry. You'll finish 2 goes of college. I wonder if this is written by someone English second language. Kind of feels that way. In Morris Kingdom. Mate, you know, I'm a busy man shoutcasting these games. I can't be doing audiobooks as well, you know. The voice can only take so much work. Each day. You don't need to be nice to people who bully you. Can erase the stuff that's covering this. You don't need to be nice to people who bully you. When people stare, just ignore them. Think about the stars and the galaxies and dark matter. Whatever it is, remember how small and insignificant we are. You don't need a relationship. Relationships don't work with you. You can try to be normal and have a relationship, but it has never felt right, and that's okay. It's okay to be quiet and weird. Ma'am, Brid McHugh likes hosting the knitting circle in the house, watching winning streaks on Saturdays. Hates driving to Castle Bar to do the big shop. The big shop, eh? I actually quite like going to the supermarket and doing that kind of stuff. Is that what you'll call the big shop, going to the supermarket? I can't relate to that, unfortunately. Mowing the lawn, the parish council. My favourite thing about her, watching her slowly pick out a tune on the piano from scrappy sheets of paper. Things to remember. She's from the mainland, from Westport. She jokes that she came from my da, but she stayed for his 5 sisters. When I went to school, she started working in the post office. She only knows how to bake a few things, but she has a great commitment to it. Ma'am is determined that me and Fergal will pass on her brown bread recipe. The only thing she kept of Da was his Sunday jacket, for me or Fergal when we were old enough. So maybe the protagonist's father is dead? Yeah, I figured it would be something like that from like Ireland or Scotland or something like that. Fergal McHugh likes Scar. A few scoops down the pub with the lads. A few scoops. In New Zealand, you'd probably be talking about like scoops of French fries or potato, like chips, hot chips. If you're talking about a few scoops, not about beverages. Things to remember about Fergal. My favourite thing about him, we used to... Oh my god, this moving around text is quite irritating. Go to pick mussels together and Keem sometimes. There's a photo in his room of him at his Debs. Sarah's there before she left for Australia. He's smiling at the camera with his big goofy grin. He was the one who told me Da was in hospital. He came and knocked on the door of my classroom, and I knew at once something was wrong. His favourite films are James Bond films. He watches them religiously when they are on the telly. December 4th, Saturday. I'm home for a month, then I can get back to Dublin. Fine. Feels like I haven't been on the island in years. Research jobs, projects, long hours, doing inventory at the supermarkets, anything to keep myself away. I wanted to write a letter to Ma'am. Hi, this is who I am. This is my name. Here's my name. I couldn't. Hey, Morris, thanks for the subscription. Good memories here too, what it's worth. Tea, hot water bottles, say your prayers, sleep tight, Mammy loves you. I'm fine. What's the name of this game again? If Found. Sunday, back from Mass. It's like church service, right? No air in this house. Nobody has drawn breath here since Da's wake. Ma and Da. I can't stand sitting around. I need to breathe. I pedaled down the road. Like if I just went fast enough, I could leave it all behind. Sat on Keem Bay and watched the horizon. Then Colum appeared. Colum, it is you. Well, haven't you changed? Good to see you again, Colum. It's supposed to be Callum, maybe? I don't know. Call me Cassio. Nodded, smiled. You should meet my boyfriend, Jack. The weather approved. The brightest day since October. Hey, Space Geek. Monday the 6th. Fergal mentioned working at the post office again. No thanks. Too many faces. Met Colum and Jack at the abandoned village and climbed up Slavemore? Not sure. Jack was all teeth and laughter, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed enthusiasm. I don't think anyone from Akil is that relaxed. A band. You're kidding. No, really. With a young gun, Shans. A real talent, Shanser is. We're called the Band She. Jack's on the drums, of course. Colum the bassist, setting the groove. Shans sings and writes. I wonder what he's like. Tuesday. Got hungry. Went up to Dygort, to the tea shop. They make the only decent sandwich on Ackle. Telling and hearing 5 years of stories, Colum had much more than me. He's like, is this what Irish people say? Like, had much more than me? It's like an abbreviation that I find irritating. Grating, like, doesn't really compute that well. I think T would maybe be for like thesaurus, no, like index kind of notations or something, I would guess. What's this down here? Oh, look at that. Down the bottom. Another village on the north coast. A tourist hub. There's just some more explanations. So yeah, kind of like an index. Come hang out with us. If you want some. Space, Cassio. We're out in the big house. Out towards Keem. 3 of us are living there together. It's amazing. Yeah, it's grand. At least after we cleared out all the broken bottles. Come watch us practice. Maybe the month will be grand. Interesting visual style here. Old room. Old habits. Old home. It was nice to be fed and to sleep in my bed, my own bed. Although it felt like a coffin, so dark and so empty outside. I got up to think and to figure out how to talk to her. Is this to Ma? A plan. To that raise is getting wild. 2:12 a.m. December the 8th. Things fall apart. My wee pet, what are you doing awake at this hour? Hey ma'am, just wanted to make a cup of tea. Oh, the pot's on. Lovely. What do you have there? Nothing. Ah, I thought you might be drawing. You used to do such lovely drawings when you were small. Our little artist. Maybe I should have gone to art school instead. I think I'd turn the sounds up a bit now. Yeah, I think that's the good level. Maybe I should have gone to art school instead. It's so much potential. You could have done anything you put your mind to. Did you know Luke got a very good job in Castlebar, working for the bank? Well done, Luke. He said they're always looking for people. So it's very technical, lots of numbers. Ah, ma'am, not this again. My mum's like this, always trying to get me into some other job, you know? Don't tell anyone, but his ma'am said he's making near 35 grand a year. That's not nothing, dear. Ma'am, I'm going back to college in January for a PhD. And what does that get you? What will you do then? Will you make any money with that? You can't keep scraping by, pet. And you know, we can't help out much. I'm going to do what I really want to do. Stars and things? Yes, the building blocks of everything. Well, okay. How are you going to look after yourself? Not to mention, of course, a family of your own. Pet, I just don't understand this whole alternative thing. There was a great show about teenage phases on Liveline, which is an Irish call radio show about current events and social issues. Focuses on political and social topics. The other day. It's not a phase, and I'm 23. Look, you're going to have to face facts, settle down with a nice woman, and get your life in order. I need to turn it down a tiny bit. Once you have children of your own, you'll understand. don't want to live the same life as you and Da. He wouldn't even entertain this for a second. We always wanted the best for you and Fergal. Then, let me live my life. Let me live the life that I want to. How can this be? The life you want with that hair and those clothes? It's none of your business. Oh God, you're really lost. Dublin, that university, it has changed you. You let it. You're not the person I've known. And what gives you the right to say who I really am? Don't you dare take that tone with me. I'm your mother. Well, you should act like it then. What does that mean? Aren't mothers supposed to love their children? Well, you have no right to say that. I've struggled every day to raise you. And if not for me, you'd be out perishing in the cold. I'm grateful, Wayne. Jesus Christ, I can't take another minute of you. Come back here, this instant. And don't take the Lord's name in vain. Showed up at Colum's door, soaked to the bone. In my head, I could hear Mam saying, I look like a drowned rat. Colum opened the door. He looked at me once and took me inside. This rain sounds quite soothing, you know. This is like one of those background noises combined with the music that you could really fall asleep to. Hello? Anyone? Come on, answer me. I like these graphics right now. Damn it! The anomaly. This black hole is going to devour me. Devour all of us. One last message before communication cuts out. I'm going in. If I can't save Earth, at least I will find answers. Dr. Cassiopeia, over and out. Shh. Doctor, I can hear. Shh. 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 Hello? Shh. An event. Shh. Oh, give up hope. Shh. You know, this is quite pleasant, I have to say. Oh, hi. I didn't mean to wake you up, sorry. Nice to meet you. Bye. You Going to bed, Morris. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe we can catch up on the VOD. This is very relaxing, man, I have to say. Even me as a streamer, I'm feeling very at peace. It took me a long moment to realize where I was. My head was throwing. I looked around. It was the big house. Colin's new place, there squat. My breath relaxed. Hey, Pax. I've been doing some drinking, so I wanted to be at full attention for Chicken Police. I'm gonna play this instead. Something a bit more laid back and easy. 10:45 AM, December the 8th, coming and going. Jack jumped through the sitting room door. Sitting room, you know? It's such a UK kind of terminology, right? I know what it means, but I would never call it the sitting room. Wakey, wakey. Even his grin was loud and happy. I shouldn't say UK, right? Because Ireland's not part of the UK, right? Food's coming. Lots of rashes. Guess he's talking about bacon. Yep. Colin was the next apparition at the door. His voice was much softer, encouraging me to get up while the food was hot. My eyelids still wanted to close. I didn't know how to say thanks, but I rolled onto the cold wooden floor and pulled myself up slowly. The kitchen smelled so good. Yeah, it's a very comfy game. I didn't know I needed this, but this is a great for my current mood right now. Take some vitamin C. Shit. It was the guy with the guitar, Shans. I didn't know if I had been dreaming. I complimented his playing without thinking. Oh, it's nothing really. And I said something stupid. Couldn't tell if he was shy or cocky. Welcome to our famous abode, Cassio. Sit thyself and prepare for a breakfast extravaganza. I think I outdid myself as always. I was salivating at the sight of the fry-up. Yes, and it's so pleasant, you know, so soothing. It all seemed so comfortable in their own skin, so open with each other. We were still sitting at the table when Angelus played over the radio. It was noon. Oh my god, I must have needed a big sleep. Ma'am would have had a fit if I was still in bed at home. I wondered if I could go back. No. Or was there anywhere I could stay in Dublin? I don't know. You control the mouse to move yourself around in some of these stories, and the eraser as well in some scenes. I just press F to erase the whole scene because I can't be bothered like scrubbing my way through the whole thing. Colin interrupted my thoughts. He calmed me down. You're not going anywhere, kiddo. He told me I'd have a home with him whenever I needed it. He's been through this himself before. A home. Even if that home is a leaking, damp. Turned out the only suitable room for me left was their practice room. I felt guilty, but cared for. Oh, that's where they practice their band, right? Just like home. Just absorb that sound right now. Comfy at Taicho? I don't know what that is. Watching the toy show with Colin was like being kids again. Big kids looking out for each other and eating too many sweets. Kiss me, honey bun. Ah, he's attacking me. Oi, get a room. We're going, we're going. Come on, Mogra. My love. Mogra. 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 Probably won't remember that. Slan. A quick way of saying goodbye in Irish. A shortened version of Slan Abhail. Safe journey home. One dialect would pronounce it as Slawn. Slawn Abhail. Slawn. I already forgot the other one. Awkward silence, awkward silence, awkward silence, awkward silence. So, how did you three meet anyway? We all went on the trip to Tip. This is a music festival this year from Castlebar. It was some crake. Fun. I had my guitar on the bus. In the middle of a jam, Jack told me we were starting a band. I can believe it. I hope Jack knows I have the musical ability of a broken wheel. Haha, I'm glad to have you in the house anyway. How'd you even end up here? I knew this place as the scary ghost house when I was a kid. Colm suggested it. We were talking about putting together an EP, and we needed somewhere to practice. That's so cool. We've got an actual gig coming up soon. That'll be deadly. I wish we were a bit more focused on the music though. Sometimes I think Colm and Jack just like having a place they can be together. Oh, I was a little surprised at breakfast that you were so comfortable around them. It doesn't bother me. Colm and Jack are good people. They're outsiders, and I'm an outsider too. And it's legal now, anyway. About time. But it is kind of intense living on top of each other sometimes. So I'm really happy you are here. Now I can talk to someone when they are busy snogging. That's kissing. Hooray! You know, I think I did the leaving with your sister, Asher. The leaving certificate. It's a university entrance exam in Ireland. Your family owns Niall's Chipper, right? So I guess it's a fish and chip shop. Chips supplemented by things like battered sausages, fishes and burgers. Alright. My dad runs it, yeah. We all got roped in to help. I remember when Asher moved into my class. I'd never heard a Manchester accent in real life. Well, she's back there now with my mum's sister. She's studying medicine and everything just like Mum. Cool. She was nice to me. I haven't talked to people from my class in ages. I left Ackle so quickly after school. Everybody leaves Ackle. I didn't think it would be so different when school ended. Tell me about Dublin. There must be all kinds of things happening. Gigs, parties, party gigs. Probably. I don't do much in Dublin or talk to anyone. But there's libraries. Mostly I read about physics and work and do computer stuff. My parents would love you. Well, I might be looking for new ones. Would they like another child? Hi, Cassio. Oh boy. Ehawa. Irish for good night. Ehawa? 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 I'm not sure. Oh, achievement unlocked. December 9th. Band practice all day. I sat in the corner and listened. Jack, you're coming in too soon, he huffed, until Colin kissed his cheek. By tea time, they were playing in the dark. The house's mishmash of wires couldn't handle their equipment and the lights. It's a compliment. I told them they sounded like Bon Jovi, but it didn't go down well. Jack shook his head sadly. Not everything is perfect. The house is freezing. The immersion doesn't work. And I've learnt a lot about different types of mold. But who cares? Jack, Colm and Shans are all so nice. I'll figure my life out tomorrow, or the day after, and wash my one set of clothes. The 10th. A rare blue sky. I wanted to get out in the fresh air, and Shans joined me for company. Spotted Mrs. McGinty in a field halfway up the hill to the low. Her sheep were running ahead of her. She whistled, sharp. I don't think she recognized me, but gave us a short, swift nod before she turned back up the hill, two sheep in tow. We talked about Manchester and Dublin. I was very impressed with my astrophysics. There was an eviction notice from the guards when I got home. Don't worry, we get one every week. The 11th. Woke up and Colm was lighting a fire. I could feel the warmth returning to my bones. I chopped peat briquettes into thin slivers before the rain came. We had to ration our fuel, but I just wanted the blaze going all day. Shans put on a tape as we hung up some Christmas lights. The four of us lay around the living room listening to The Cure. There's a strange sensation in my body somewhere. Has a weight dropped from my shoulders? Or have I lost something important? I don't know. Sunday the 12th. Shans went home today, and I missed him. Colm brought the rest of us to his Aunt Maggie's. Colm stayed with her back when his parents kicked him out. She has a nice cottage overlooking Dugout Beach, which is a village to the north of Achill. It is a tourist hub on the island. She has a nice cottage overlooking... Oh, you already covered that. Half swallowed by fuchsia bushes and giant rhubarb. She called us all wee lambs. Made us cup after cup of tea and insisted we stay for dinner. Chops and peas and coffee cake. Guessing that's lamb chops. Coffee buttercream. The cake was unbearably dry, but I ate a big slice anyway. We left before it got too dark, and she gave us a huge shopping bag of food to take back. There were 4 selection boxes in there too, which is a variety box of chocolates. It's very wholesome, you know. Things to remember about Colm. He likes junk food, goes weak at the knees for a pack of crisps, especially if they're salt and vinegar. Colm O'Malley loves bass, walking bass lines. Jack, Auntie Maggie, Achill, age 24. He'll take care of anyone and anything. That's how I met him, because he was feeding a stray cat near the school. My favourite thing about him, the way he awkwardly rubs the back of his head when he's nervous. Hates working in the Corrigan's news agent, cities and the summer. For all his kindness, he has a wicked sense of gallows humour. His laugh is surprisingly loud, given how quiet he is. Colm doesn't do half measures. Ooh. Measures. It's like the way he feels about Jack. He's always all or nothing. Colm is good to tell secrets to, but he's not great for giving advice. He's not that good at making decisions himself. December the 13th. Starting to forget my routine before I moved into the big house. I wake up at 12 and I'm out of bed at 1-ish, whenever the band starts. I wonder who lived here before. Some landlord? Dead generations ago. Nobility who owned the big houses and was rented out to Irish peasants. At 3 there was a knock and then a bang on the door. I saw him coming through the curtains, so I disappeared. Virgil, on his little post bike, with a letter from Mam. Jack was the one who opened the door, the one who handed me the envelope. I haven't left my room since. I talked a lot with Shans. He had a solution for everything. I have no things, so we're going to get my things. Tonight, the two of us will rob my house. Sister Bernadetta. To the occupants, your tenancy of the dwelling at Carohan House, Kiel West Achil is illegal, and an application for a court order of forcible removal has been submitted. If you do not leave before the 14th of December 1993 and Garda Siochana, which does not have an entry there, will be called in. You have the whole of the 24 hours of the termination date to vacate and give up possession of the dwelling. Any issue as to the validity of this notice or the right of the landlord to serve it must be referred to the Residential Tenancies Board. This notice is served on the 4th of December 93. Wasn't it already the 12th? My dear son, I don't know how to explain that I'm not who she thinks or wants. I don't know where to start. Will she ever call me Cassio? I've been waiting for you to come home all week. What's happened all of a sudden? You're like a different person. Whatever it is, I know things will be right as rain soon. I want you to know I forgive you for the things you said. You were angry, and we all say things we don't mean when we're angry. Maybe you're afraid to come home because of that. And maybe you're afraid you've ruined things between us. But it isn't true. I'm still your ma'am. I'll always be here. I haven't touched any of your things. I did notice some things you might want to talk about. When you get back, we'll go through it all together. Decide what to keep and what to throw away. Catch you later, Morris. She's trying, but she has all these ideas of how I should be. Heist plan. Walk quietly to Doha via the bog road. Open my bedroom windows using the janky hinge. Pack my stuff. Don't wake Fergal, don't wake Ma'am. Figure out life with clean clothes. Seems like a good time to take a wee break. The clouds broke as we crossed onto the bog road. When I heard the stream, I knew we were close. (10:20 p.m. December the 13th. The bog road heist. Before I met these guys, I couldn't have imagined this excitement in a million years. Shans asked me if I'd miss this place. It sounded so final. I just said no quickly. I didn't feel like talking about it. We climbed up the stairs to my dad spent 2 summers on. What a handy dad. I remember fights about whether Ma'am should make apple sponge or apple crumble for dessert. I thought about our old dog Molly and the way she snuck in under my arms looking for rubs, and how light she felt in my lap when she died. Hey, do I get your something stuck? I'm in. How can such a small, empty room have so much stuff in it? I should have brought a bigger bag. Whatever. I can fit will be all I have after 2 decades. This room never really felt like mine. All my old clothes were things other people thought I should like. I don't care enough to have an opinion. My chest hurt as I looked at my bed. Part of me wanted to crawl into it, bury myself in the cool sheets and the familiar scent. Maybe this room lacks identity because it always had to be ready for guests. Granny at Christmas, aunt's coming home, cousins from St. Paul. Or maybe this room is so blank because I hadn't figured out who I was. All I wanted was to sit in the back of the class and read books. Footsteps in the hall. You. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I thought you were a burglar. I can see you, you know. Do you never think of ma'am, you complete gobsheen? Which is an Irish insult. Calling someone stupid. Hi, Fergal. What if she had heard you? She's probably awake now, worrying about the robbers. Who's gonna rob us on Ackle? That doesn't stop her fretting, you know. Cassio, you okay? Who's that? None of your business. I know you're living in the big house. What of it? A lot of rumors about what goes on there. They're all like you, right? No one is like me. You are the biggest freak around, that's for sure. I'm leaving. Hold on right there. We're not done. Shans, take my bag. You're going to regret this. Sooner or later, your choices are going to catch up with you. I'm jumping. Catch me! Keep your bloody voice down. Stop. Shh. You're already so close to the event horizon. Please. Can you hear me, Doctor? Yes, I'm here. Who are you? Call me Control. Don't you have a first name? Something less formal? Control will do. Okay, Mr. Control, it's good to hear your voice. Thought I'd never talk to anyone again. How are you? How are your vital signs? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Did you get my data? Looking at your readings now. The anomaly is definitely unnatural. And with its trajectory, will intersect with Earth in only 24 days. If we get more data from the event horizon, we can do something, right? Maybe. We might be able to find the event that caused the anomaly in the first place. We don't have time to send a probe. I'll do it. What? It'll kill you. Don't be so pessimistic, Control. Like you said, there's still hope. This is reckless. Doctor, respond. Please. Call me Cassiopeia. We're about halfway through it. My voice is running out though. Guess I'll go through one more notch and try get to exactly halfway through it. Our rhyme collapsed into an out-of-breath walk. I realized all I wanted in the world was a bag of steaming hot chips and vinegar. I asked Shans about his Dar's chipper and keel. He was fidgeting with the zip of his jacket. He asked me if that's what I really wanted. His family would be there. I was too hungry to mind. If you want to escape family, you go to Dublin. You don't get stars like this in the big smoke. .40 p.m. December the 13th. Is Fergal why you can't go home? He's grand. I'm used to him mostly. We haven't really got on since I went to college. Well, he seems like a complete tool. It's my mam. I just can't talk to her, and I can't handle how she looks at me now. We keep having the same arguments and talk about everything except the obvious. The only reasonable option left is to leave the country forever. Then she'd be stuck with Fergal. Oh God, that's a terrible fate. You don't sound angry with her though. I am, and I amped. She's done a lot for me, and I love her. She raised us by herself. Dad will be away in Scotland for most of the year working. I'm sure she loves you too. Maybe. We never really used that word around the house much. I guess it's not an Irish thing. My parents are so open with affection, it's gross. They have no shame at all. That's sweet. Mum's been through a lot for my da. He's from Achill, right? Yeah. He left for work and ended up in Manchester as a porter in the hospital. If I lived in Manchester, I would stay there. If only. Mum even had to sign a letter to the priest that all the kids were being raised Catholic. She's still adamant that me, Tara, and Neil join Da for Mass every Sunday morning. So neighbours, don't forget, we're just like the rest of you. Well, hello. Speak of the devil. Go on, give us a bit of peace, Tara. I just want to meet your new friend. Nobody in this family can mind their own business. What? You mean you don't want me to tell Mum and Dad you're here? Ugh. I'll see you on Sunday. Isn't that good enough? I'm Cassio. I'm living with the band right now. Well, that's good. I'm glad they're still going. Neil bet me a fiver the band will break up before Christmas. They are all really talented. Talented and annoying. Sounds like my big brother. Lovely to meet you, Cassio. Cool name. That's my wee sister. She's a terror. I like her. She said my name is cool. It is. It's nice to hear people use it. Really? I hate my name. Shans? Haha, no. That's a football nickname. Nil Oan Shanzagam? Shanzagam? My name is Ishan. It's Indian. Will I stick to Shans then? I mean, I don't know if that feels like me either. Feels like a character, but isn't that what a nickname is? You can change it. Your name is whatever you say it is. I was named after my grandfather. I can't imagine what my parents would say. The trouble I'd get into if I even suggested it. I picked Casio for a game in college, and then it just grew on me. Yeah, of course. Wait, you picked it? Obviously. I thought you knew. I mean, yeah, I didn't think about it. That's cool. This is nice. Thanks for talking to me. The lads from town would think I'm a weirdo talking about names. We're all weirdos. That's true. I used to wish I was normal more than anything. I thought I could fix myself, and then I realized I didn't need to be fixed. I'm sorry. Were they about to hold hands? Hey, punk. Mum says to come upstairs and stay the night. Alright, time to go, Casio. Dal will drive you back to Dar in the morning. We're leaving now, Tara. See you soon. Mum says you'll die of the cold out there. I love you too. Bye. Man, this is so nice and pleasant, you know? Alright. I think that's my stopping point for today. I think I would have another hour in me maybe, but my voice has just run out having to talk constantly like this for an hour. Still checking I was up to the right point. Let's continue. 14th. The story of the heist spilled out over breakfast the next morning. Jack called us criminal masterminds. After a cold, dripping shower, I got changed into clean clothes. Everyone was mighty impressed that I had a different t-shirt. I have never appreciated doing the washing enough. In the evening, we watched Into the West. I made hot chocolate for everyone by melting down 2 selection boxes. It was a treat. Wednesday, I went with the gang to the post office to get the dole. Artist's salary. Starving artists, maybe. The queue was shocking, but everyone was friendly, people of all ages, but mostly older. I won't let that happen to me. I won't get stuck on Ackle, spending my evenings and my dole in the pubs. I kept a distance in case Fergal or Mam were working. Colm got another written warning from the guards about the house. Shan suggested that we could live in the seal caves up by Dugout Hill, famous 5 style. There was also a letter for me, but I didn't open it. They bought some cans in the shop to take home. I didn't drink. "16th, we went to bingo. Me and Jack went to put up posters for the gig next week. Fox's Den, number 10, cup of tea, number 3, lovely legs, 11. We got a few looks when we arrived. Most of them were older women I only ever saw at Mass, but we spotted Auntie Maggie and joined her. No one paid us much mind after that. We won a shampoo gift set, thank God. We really needed some in the house. Everyone looks a bit greasy." Things to remember about Jack. Age 25. 1. He comes from a big family. There's 7 or maybe 8 children. Jack is somewhere in the middle, but I keep losing track. Hates sitting around doing nothing, rain and reading. 2. He's vain about his appearance. He keeps trying to teach me how to use moisturizer. Loves sitting around drinking cans, cooking for others, and adventure. He talks about leaving Ackle like it's a question of when, not if. Colm's always wanted to stay. My favourite thing about him, Jack's a great person to watch TV with, joking about whatever's on. Number 4. He likes making things, but he's not great at cleaning up after himself. "I will, yeah," he says, but he never gets around to it, and he gets sulky if you push it. December 17th. We woke up to a flooded kitchen floor. "Burst pipe," Colin said, rubbing the back of his neck. "Happens when it freezes," he said. Colin's head was stuck under the sink all morning, and he did what his father taught him. Maitha Buchail, which means literally good boy. Well done, or you're the man. Shans and Jack helped with mopping and towels. I felt a bit useless, so I kept out of the way. Thought about writing a letter to Mam again. Shans pulled a paperback from somewhere and tossed it to me. Asimov, one I'd read before, but I was happy to read it again. Opened my letter this morning. It was from Fergal himself. What a bollocks. Bollocks is a general rude word in Ireland. Shans took me for a walk down to Kegel and then to Ackle Sound. It was lovely. I loved the sea, even with the gulls screaming their heads off in the pale sky. The wind was pushing us around, so we didn't talk much. It felt nice just being with someone in a comfortable silence. Ended up reaching the football pitch, and we sat on the new stone fence. We both bonded over being terrible at GAA. I had to go on Saturday morning for years, even though I couldn't even do the most basic drills. A part of the attic ceiling fell in during the storm last night. We saw it from outside first in the grey morning light. Could have been a lot worse. Colm used a tarp for Jack's drums to cover it, but that won't last. This place is starting to feel a bit scary. Shans stayed with us, and we had a makeshift Sunday divot with a leg of beef Maggie gave us. Found myself missing my mud group. Told Shans about the computers and role-playing. I knew people in colleges all over the world. No one else from Ackle, though. Is there even a computer on the whole island? Mud group is a multi-user dungeon. It's an early form of online text-based role-playing. Sounds fun. 20th. Tonight, after practice, we all went down to Keem to make a massive bonfire on the beach. It was a pre-gig ritual to ward away evil spirits. Everything was sodden after weeks of rain. So it was definitely magic that the fire started. Column had some lighter fluid, which probably helped. We sang songs in the drizzle. Our backs were soaked, but the heat and the crake was cheering. I meant to burn my letters, but forgot. Hello, you got a letter from the university. Very fancy, seal and everything. Ma'am wouldn't open it. Said she couldn't. You know how she is, but I did. You didn't get that scholarship. Who are you trying to cod? Cod is trick or deceive. I see you living in with those wasters, dossing all day. Dossing to be idle or doing nothing. They're dragging their families through the mud too. Whole island is talking about ye. It's weird. You're making a holy show of yourself. You always wanted us to think you were awful smart, too good for real work. Sucked up to the teachers and convinced the old pair to send you to college. And for what? Cop on. If you want to be weird, do it in your spare time. Right now, you have to come back down to earth. Fergal. Is he lying? What the hell should I do? Set list. 1. High cost of living. 2. In brackets, no name. 3. Drowning at Keel Beach. 4. 80s ramp walk. Play louder in brackets. Castle Bar, 10 p.m. Tuesday, December the 21st, 1993. The high cost of living. I could hear them playing. I wasn't too late. The floor was shaking. Column's base. The dark community hall was a mess of bodies. Black tees with metal bands, denim jackets and badges. I pushed and shoved to see them up close. It's quite cool. The lads looked incredible. Jack was at the back, going wild on the drums. Colum's bass was perfect and smooth, keeping the others in time. Shan's guitar and voice had the crowd on tenterhooks. The band she finished. Everyone loved them. So many cheers. a world away from practice in the big house. After Colin, Jack and Shans left the stage, the room seemed to get even more packed. Darkness filled the hall. The music started again. When the lights came back, I instantly fell in love with the first woman holding a guitar that I saw. I felt the rumble. I felt the distortion. I felt like a dork. She owned the stage in her massive boots. I jumped in fright when she roared, and then I kept jumping. The Nosferatu, the heaviest band in Mayo. I was getting crushed between people. I wondered if I was going to die. I didn't care. I just wanted to be there. Jack. He danced like a superstar. He started flailing at me, and I joined in. Being friends with this legend made me feel like a superstar too. I danced for so long, I thought my arms and legs were falling off. And the crowd. The anonymity of the crowd was the anonymity of the crowd. I was free. All right. The lights came up. My eyes adjusted to the horror of the lit hall. Everyone started to shuffle out slowly as they recognized their sweaty friends, exhausted and happy. I was wrecked. I headed backstage to find the gang. Even the ground looked sweaty underneath the litter of lost beer cans. Jack announced a house party at our gaff. Nosferatu are coming. They're going to drive us all the way back to Ekel. Oh, cool. Maybe that was a oh cool in a sad fashion actually, based on the illustration. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Hey, here you are. I couldn't find you anywhere. What are you doing in the attic? I wanted some space, and my room is kind of full. There are some people I haven't seen since Skull Dumb Night, which is the name of her secondary school. Pronounced School Downit. School Downit. That's probably not going to remember that. Hey, Dennis. I didn't think. Well, I kicked them out. It's fine. I don't think they recognize me. Oh. I just want to chill and look at the sky. If my mum caught me smoking, she'd kill me. Mine's a bloody doctor. She sees patients with the lung cancer every other week in the hospital. Maybe this isn't as bad as cigarettes. Still smoke. Well, we're gonna die sometime. Yeah. When I was 10, my grandmother in India died. I'd never met her, and then suddenly I never could. Mum told me she was cremated. It's strange, but I liked the idea of her ashes going back into nature. Life keeps going. Atoms develop into proteins, into cells, into us. That stuff hit you hard, huh? Shut up. I think they might be smoking some marijuana. The universe is 13 billion years old. And it just gets more complex, more intricate, weirder. Every second is totally different from the last. Are you saying we have to make the most of the time we have? You're assuming time is even real. Hey, can I ask you something personal? Totally. Are you know, like Colum and Jack? I don't know, maybe? Does it even matter? Does that mean you like girls or boys? Both? Neither? I like sleeping. Yeah. I like being here with you. Oh boy. It's nice. Thank God for heaters. We were living in limbo, and then you showed up. Ackle is limbo. It's weird to see classmates who have never left. We could be ourselves in Dublin. Imagine if we lived together. I'd like to live on a barge someday. We could live on the canals. And you could teach me about space. You'll teach me the guitar? I could reinvent myself like David Bowie. For real. And not pretend anymore. You're pretending? I just think the guy the other people see and the real me are very different. And who's the real you? I don't even know. Not Shans, not Ishan. Someone. Look, I'm telling you, give yourself a new name. Hey, can I hang up posters in our barge? Yeah, of course. You can hang up whatever you want. Will we have plants? If you take care of them, I'm a plant killer. I think I've got a good nickname. Oh? The Barge Bard. Hey, do you ever think about the ozone layer? Do you guys? Day 10. Since first contact, there's been no response from Doctor. I have confirmed the trigger event for the anomaly. 14 days left until the event when it will reach Earth. I got the data. Please receive. You're still here? There? Of course, I'm a professional. It only took a few minutes to align my orbit and escape again. It has been a week. Control, I detect wormholes nearby in all directions. Space-time is being ripped into shreds. I think I can use them. First jump was a success. You're back. My readings say I'm somewhere beyond Neptune. You travelled 50,000 kilometers in a few days. In a second. That's an unbelievable distortion of space-time. And this is just the beginning. As the black hole expands, the time dilation will only get worse. I've been analysing the data you sent yesterday and... Keep it up, gotta go! I can see Ganymede. Hello? I have good news, Doctor. The source of the positron entanglement is Earth. Good thing I was already headed that way. I found something in the data you sent that might tell us more about the trigger. It seems to be an image of some kind. An image? Is it of use? I don't understand it yet, but I'll find out more. Right, gotta go. Again. Bye. By the way, my name... "12,000 kilometers from Mars. Cassiopeia. I made a breakthrough. I found more evidence of the original positron annihilation that caused the anomaly. That trigger event. It hasn't happened yet. Its effects are rippling back in time. Then we can stop it. Do you know what we have to do? Not yet. I'm still decoding this image. I'm more sure than ever that it is the key. And I've narrowed the event's future location to Ireland. It's not far. I'll send you my location and contact. Call me as soon as you arrive. By then we'll have less than a day left. And I'll see you soon, Control. About that, my name... Jumping. My name is McHugh, but you can call me Mac for short. See you soon, Cassiopeia. Got it. Don't be late, Mac. and put the kettle on. I woke up comfy. Oops, I think I skipped some dialogue there. There was something heavy on my legs. I was still wearing last night's clothes, even the shoes. Oh God, is everyone still downstairs? 6 a.m., December the 22nd. The back of Beyond. Was this someone's arm? Chance. Hey, you're on top of me. Hey. Wake up, sleepyhead. Get off me, you idiot. Means idiot. This is probably the closest I've been to anyone except my ma'am. Hey, are you still asleep? I was dreaming about us. I dreamed about aliens. So, I know we probably shouldn't leave until after Christmas, but I've been thinking. The music's a bit loud, eh? What? It's still loud. Did that work? I think that's alright. So we'll need to find a flat first, right? It's still loud. Still too loud. Shans, what are you talking about? Moving to Dublin together, obviously. We were kind of out of it last night. But we are going to Dublin, right? You're serious? We're not going anywhere. You're like 18, 9, 19? 19. I'm mature. I can't take care of you, Shans. I can barely look after myself. I want to look after you. Slow down a second. Cassio, it's hard for me to say this, but I have to. I think I like you. What? Get off, Jesus! Don't you want to kiss me? I don't want to kiss anyone right now. I really like you, Cassio. Yeah, I got that. Told you things I've never told anyone else. I didn't ask you to. You've made me realize things about myself. I see myself in you. I have no idea who you think I am. My life is falling apart right now. You don't want to be me. All the more reason to leave. We'll move off this island and everything will be great. I don't even know if I have anything in Dublin to go back to. The PhD is gone. And your parents will be worried sick. Who are you to talk me about worrying about my parents? I can't handle this. I'm sorry. Shut up. Please, Cassio, stop. Please, Cassio. Cassio? Cassio! Cassio, come back! Hello there, Cassio. Hi, Maggie. Isn't the frost beautiful? Cold, though. And the wind is fierce, too. Yeah. It's a happy surprise to see you so early. Especially after your big night out in Castle Bar. All that music and Craig. I don't sleep very well. Well, there's nothing like looking at the sea to calm a restless mind. It was terrible leaving every September when I taught in Castle Bar. What's wrong, pet? Is you, ma'am? I don't mean to pry. Only Colm said... It's a lot of things. Whatever it is, it's smaller than you think. These things always are. You'll go home for Christmas and it'll be forgotten like that. Colin and his dad are like cats and dogs, but doesn't he see them every year? I don't think so. What's that? Colin doesn't go home. He was with Jack last year. They had a frozen pizza. This year we'll have a chicken though. You're joking. You didn't say that. Christmas dinner in that rotten house? The state of it. It must be freezing. And damp too. Yous can't live like that. That's a disgrace. The roof will be gone before you know. It kinda is bits of it. You could come to me. I'd love some company at Christmas. I think they're more comfortable being themselves. What do you mean? You know, around you they can't just be open with each other. Oh. But I mean, keep things like that private. It's just how it's done. We all have our own crosses. We have a nice chicken anyway, and Jack is making jelly. It was bringing it out in the open that caused all his troubles. That's an awful thing to say. Asking him to hide who he is, if he even could. Sorry, I should go. No, you're right. He does care about you. And he definitely appreciates you taking him in after Mr. O'Malley kicked him out. I hope he knows I care about him too. People used to say I was a bit queer. They'd say all kinds of things. People are mean. Hold on to the good ones. Colin, Jack. I could never hold on to anyone. I kept thinking there must be one good man out there, but there was never one for me. My father told me my only hope was to become a nun and get an education. Were you? You don't look like a nun. Almost. I hid from everyone, but I couldn't hide from God. Myself and Colum are more alike than I want to admit. I'll have to get a bigger goose. What? Tell Colum you're all coming to me for Christmas. Hey, Potter's Mum, thanks for the gift sub. Much appreciated. Thank you for both the dono and the gift sub. Much appreciated. And you're moving out of that place. I have a spare room and a lovely comfy couch. No ahs or buts will be the best Christmas going. And sure, we'll figure out the rest of it on Stephen's Day, which is Boxing Day. I met Colin when I got back. Shans had left, took all of his stuff too. I don't want to talk. There was someone on my couch, so I lay on the floor. Things to remember about Shans. Ishan Shans Lavelle dislikes Ackle, talking about himself, smelly fish, black pudding. He gets on best with his brother Neil. They play football in the garden sometimes when the weather's good. Age 18 or maybe 19, that is leaving last summer. Likes music, reading, music, science fiction, Manchester, music, his mum's cooking, and music. Bought his guitar with some cash from working in a chip shop. He's never been to India. He doesn't really know his relatives there. He wants to go there sometime though. His favourite writer is Arthur C. Clarke. I'm going to make him read Swim Two Birds. And he'll love it. He's terrible at lying. My favourite thing about him, he taps his fingers on any nearby surface, hammering out little tunes. 22nd of December. Things changed so quickly before you're ready at all. Colin was upset and Jack was furious. He said the Banshee are finished because of me. Shans told them he's done. I wanted to hide in the attic, but it was raining. Everyone from the party cleared out. Someone called the guards on us. A noise complaint. We have 24 hours to get out. The big house is done. Maggie is coming back tomorrow to get our stuff. – 23rd. Maggie drove up to the house this morning in her old banger. You'll catch a death staying there any longer. It was kind of nice being scolded with kindness. We bundled all our stuff into her car, but then there wasn't enough space for us to sit. So myself, Colin and Jack had to walk. It was a very silent journey across Ackle. We played dusty board games by the fire, and we all warmed up a bit. Maggie finally realized I wasn't always a girl, and she was very nice. I suppose no one ever expects it. Jack even kind of apologized for being upset at me. Maggie's cottage only has 2 bedrooms, so I'm on the couch again. It's a small one, but she has cozy woolen blankets. I like it. Maggie O'Malley, age 63. I felt bad asking, but she just laughed. Likes tea, vignettes whirls, trad music, painting, the Legion of Mary. My favourite thing about her, the way she prepares tea. She uses loose leaf, and she's really careful with it. There's a lot of art in her house. Apparently she's popular with the artists who live around here. 2. She learned Irish from her grandmother, who didn't speak any English. Her grandmother left her the cottage when she died. 3. She taught English and geography. Dislikes cold weather, drunk people, licorice, Mary, 2 names from down in the village. 4. Before I knew her as Column's aunt, I knew her as one of the readers in Mass. She still does it. See, she has a lovely soft singing voice, not just at Mass. She gets called on to sing whenever there's a session going on in the pub. 24th. After my first hot shower in weeks, I helped Colin prepare for tomorrow's dinner. I was hoping I'd get to talk to him about what happened with Shans, but I just couldn't. In the evening, we went down to the pub for a Christmas Eve pint. I wondered what I'd do if I saw Shans, but he wasn't there. Fergal was, though. I wasn't expecting it, but through the crowd our eyes met. It felt like a punch in the gut. I drank my diluted blackcurrant quietly and didn't look that way again. As we were leaving, he pushed an envelope into my hand. I wasn't going to give this to you. Dear child, the post office is closed now. This is the last letter to be delivered. Fergal and I both worked off our feet with the rush of cards. I recognize so many of the names, young people you were in school with too, all gone. Some of them in Dublin, some in the States or Canada or Australia. I'm glad you didn't go that far away, but you're not home either. It made me think. I've heard things. I understand you're not who I thought you were, but I can't believe it. This seems so sudden. There were no signs. You never told me you were unhappy. I'm sorry if all of this was my fault. I must have raised you wrong. People do say it's bad for your child to be tied to your apron, but I just cared so much for you, pet. It's okay if you like men or dress funny, or whatever it is. The world is changing. I won't get mad, not on Christmas. But I'm worried about you, that's all. You're making life difficult for yourself. I just don't know where you'll end up. And if you could keep it quiet, sure, what you do on your own time is your own business. No one else should mind. I'll see you soon. We'll talk at last. I've been making mince pies. I made as much dough and filling as I normally do, but it took much longer than I thought without you. Silly old me. There are so many, Fergal won't finish them by himself. Ma'am. Christmas dinner. Roast potatoes, goose ham, roast carrots and parsnips, Brussels sprouts and onion gravy. There was so much snow. I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't stop thinking about Mam's letter. So I was awake at 2 in the morning when it started. The gentle hissing as it hit the window finally helped me doze. Jack woke me up early, eager for presents. Colin came in behind him with a cup of tea. 8:20 a.m. December the 25th. Extraterrestrial. We were all ushered into Maggie's living room with our cups in hand. I didn't have presents for anyone. But everyone was so nice. Colin joked about it being the one he gave her last year. I was delighted to have it passed on. I wonder if Fergal or Mam had anything for me. Soon enough, it was time for Mass. Maggie was very kind about none of us coming to Mass. So kind, it was obvious she was really disappointed. I'd never missed Mass on Christmas before. This didn't feel like Christmas. All I could think about was the letter and Mam. I decided to go home. It was easier to just go than to keep chewing on it. Cassio, you don't have to. If you want to go, do. Just don't feel like you have no choice. Family isn't the only one you're born into. And you feel like more of a sister than any of my actual sisters. Don't forget that. The turkey is delicious, ma'am. Thanks. What's wrong? Nothing. Would you pass some more gravy? It's so good. How was Mass? Oh, lovely. So I gather you didn't make it? It was hard to get there in the weather. And was it the weather that made you avoid us for the last few weeks? The priest gave a very nice sermon about the importance of family. Oh, were there many kids? Of course. They came out and told us everything they learned about the Nativity. And why we must look after the needy. Margaret O'Malley was looking after myself and Callum for the last few days. She was very kind. She's a strange one, all right, taking in other people's children. Can I have some more sprouts, thanks? Is there anything on the TV for Christmas? Oh yeah, they're showing that movie you were in. What are you talking about? E.T., of course. Though they made you a lot less ugly for the TV. You did love E.T. when we went with your da. For months afterwards, you used to spend all day drawing the cutest pictures of people in space. I had one on the fridge for years. You never put up any of my art, ma'am. Because you never drew anything, Fergal. Shut your gob. Shouting? That's not very ladylike. Jesus, Fergal, what is your problem? What's my problem? You abandoned your mother and left her worried sick for weeks. Then you show up out of the blue and dressed like that. Come on now, Fergal, remember the story of the prodigal son? Is that all you're going to say to him? I didn't come home to be ridiculed. I hope you came home to apologize. I'll give you an apology, if I can get some too. Stop, let's just enjoy the dinner. I was peeling spuds all week. I'm just glad we're here together. Now you can see why it's been hard to talk. It's even harder to listen to this crap. Ma'am, I just don't understand, pet. Why do you need to understand? Can't you just accept me? What me are you talking about? The one I've known for 23 years, or the one I've known for 2 weeks? It's the same me. And I want you to know me better. I want us to be in each other's lives. Are you threatening to leave again? I need some air. You can't run away forever. Pet, come back. The air I needed was 2 kilometers away in the snow. And it was cold and damp air, but it was quiet air. Happy Christmas. 26th. Back in the big house. There was a strange burning smell when I turned on the light in the kitchen this morning. It's falling apart, but houses don't fall apart all at once. They do it slowly, piece by piece, room by room. The electricity isn't safe. I don't want to light the fire. I don't want anyone to know I'm here. Quite visually appealing, this, you know? 27th. Shans walked past the house today, headed for Keene Beach. He didn't see me. Our conversations are wriggling through my skin. At about 4:30, there was a knock. I blew out the candles and buried myself under a blanket. Are you in there? News around the town is you lot got out. Heard the guards were coming and scarpered. But then Alfie told me you hadn't been seen at Mrs. O'Malley's house. Did they turn you away? I guess no one really wants a weirdo like you around. Ma'am is worried sick about you. I can't believe she still cares. You'd think she'd have given up on you by now. I have. Hello? Hello. It's so good to hear You've reached the voicemail. Damn it. McHugh, please leave a message with your name and... Damn it. Where are you? If you would like to talk about my accountancy services, ring... What? This is a joke. You're an accountant? Hello? Pick up, pick up. Please tell me how to fix this. I don't know where to go. Your name and number and I'll get back to you. Except you haven't, Mac. I trusted you. Hello? You've known for weeks when I would arrive. And now I can count the time we have left in hours. You've reached the voicemail of... I have nowhere and no one left. There's no one on earth who even knows who I am. No NASA to whisk me away. No, not even an accountant from Mayo. Just some sheep in a field while a black hole devours the earth. At least I can witness the end of everything under a clear, nice sky. Hello. I woke up coughing this morning. Hope I'm not coming down with a dose of something. I saw Shans through the window this morning again. I had to do something. So I walked out into the wind and down onto the beach. Shans! Shans! Cassio? Hey, so, how are things? Oh, fine, you know, same old. What are you doing here? I thought you were with Colm and Jack and Dugought now. Jesus, you look awful. It's complicated. Of course it is. I was with them, then I was back home, and now I'm not. Yeah, you always seem to make things complicated and weird. I'm sorry, Shans. I was surprised. But we can fix everything. We can go get Colin and Jack and put the band back together. We can just be friends again. The band was a dream. It was never going to happen. But you were so good. We did nothing all summer and then played a single gig in a community hall. Where's this coming from? What happened to you? It's just reality. What about Dublin? What about Manchester or India? Don't be stupid. Herring off without money will only have me crying home. On the phone anyway. God, you're like a different person. I don't even know you. When I went home, I found out about how people talked about the lot of us. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know. I liked you, but that's not me. Wow, do you hear yourself? You have no idea what it's like. I'm already an outsider on Ackle. I don't belong anywhere. I can't. That's why we have to look out for each other. I just want to be normal, Cassio. And I'll never be normal with you. It was heartbreaking, dude. Cassiopeia. Thanks for waiting. I made some tea for you. I thought you might be a bit dehydrated from space. You're an accountant? Yeah, I'm also a bit of an astronomy geek. Oh God. I picked up your signals. Did you not tell someone important? Well, I wanted to, but no one listened. And I had to do something. Thanks. Thanks, Mac. It's nice to meet you for real. You're shorter than I pictured. What do we do now, then? The source of the radiation is on the far side of Ackle Island. There's a bus coming soon. We're waiting on a bus to save the world? It's usually on time, and we can sit up the front. It's so cold. I should light a fire. But even if I wanted to, there's no fuel. I have to break a chair or something. Getting by with blankets and hot tea, at least the kettle works. Maggie, Colin, and Jack came, but I don't want to bother anyone. My chest feels tight and my body hurts. I can't stop coughing, and every time my head spins. Cassio? Cassio! Come out, pet. You can't live in there. It's not safe. Shan's told us, Cassio. We know you're in there. I'm sorry things didn't work out with your mum, pet. Cassio, it's like I told you, we're family. Please, come on out. This is ridiculous. Are you sure she's really here? There's not even a fire going. We should call the guards. Something really bad could have happened. This is ridiculous. She's probably left for Dublin. The two of you waste so much time on her. She doesn't even appreciate the half of it. That's enough, Jack. Come on. How did you know where to go? This is the image I retrieved from the black hole data. It had an address on the back. I hope you're right. It's getting dark out there. The 30th. The guards came back, and Fergal with them. I almost called out, but I knew better. Fergal, this place is a wreck. I don't think anyone's there. I know there is. I heard movement, and I saw lights last night. I can't be wasting time on this. The big search is starting soon. For all we'll know, we'll find the body on the coastline. Searching this place will only take 5 minutes. I don't want to break the door down and find an empty house. The nuns would have my neck. Tell you what, I'll come back tomorrow after dark with PJ, and we'll see what we see. If there's someone in there, I'll get them out. I'm scared of... I'm starving. I feel so sick. I'm going to die. Are you sure this is the right place? It's the only thing we've got. Okay, pass the image to me, and I'll put it through the letterbox. She has it. But the black hole is still here. It's still growing. Who is she? Can she stop the trigger event? She's my... It doesn't matter. It's all in her hands now. Hey, Mac. If the Earth survives this, do you want to see the rest of the universe with me? December 31st. The anomaly. I have to go somewhere. I can barely move. It's so cold. I'll burn the book. Oops. Got a bit reckless on the swings there. Went outside, but don't have mouse lock on. Every moment crushed together, past and present, future in one endless scream. Time doesn't exist in a black hole. No way to change anything. No way to move. Our little artist. No way to escape. Oh God, you're really lost. Dublin, that university, has changed you. You let it. The two of you waste so much time on her. I just want to be normal, Cassio, and I'll never be normal with you. You are the biggest freak around, that's for sure. Everything. Everything's okay. 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 That was a nice transition. Everything's okay. You poor thing, you're burning up. It's okay, everything will be okay. Your mammy's here now, love. I've got you, dear. I've got you, Cassio. 10 years since the event. The world has started to stabilize. Communications between towns and cities, and even countries, are commonplace again. There are no computers yet, but there's a demand for accountants again. Mac makes a reasonable living doing the books for local businesses around the West Coast. He's setting up a desk plant on his new cubicle desk when he hears the familiar roar of a spaceship outside. Cassiopeia. He finishes tidying first. He wants to impress her with his neatness. He straightens his tie and heads outside. Long time no see, Cassiopeia says, grinning. Her skin seems to have been tanned purple by some strange cosmic star. It's only been a year, Max says, but I'm sure for you it's been many more. They both laugh as he looks at her. Max's chest gets uncomfortably tight. He missed her. He wasn't sure if it was the conversations about space and science he missed, or her personality. I have some great stories for you, Cassiopeia says, but I'll tell you about them in the ship. What? Max stares at her. Aren't you coming? She says. Surprised, I came back for you like we said. He doesn't know how to answer. I can't, Max says at last. Sometime soon, but not now. Cassiopeia stares at him, then nods. Mac? Yeah, Cassiopeia. Whenever you're ready, call me. I'll be there. I'll come get you. See you next year. January the 5th, 1994. I've been awake for a few days, eating turkey leftovers, drinking cups of tea and sleeping. I'm finally able to write without my hand shaking. I'm getting better quickly. Colin comes around a lot. Every day since I was found. Jack comes too, but he doesn't stay. Yesterday, Colin brought a cake from Maggie, and today he brings me a new journal. He found the remains of the old one in the big house. I'm excited to start over. It was almost full anyway. I haven't seen Shan's, but Colin says he's asking for me. I say he can come and visit. We're all still awkward with each other. Jack and Colin too. I think everyone feels embarrassed. Jack's cooking apology rashes. Soon I'll be well enough to climb Crowhun with them again. Oh, December 31st, 2018. The older I get, the more I like myself. I find I care less what other people think of me, and more for my own opinion. And these days, I'm so much more comfortable in my own skin. Don't even know what it's changing. Oh, it's just clicking things. Alright. The end? Interesting. Very cozy, very relaxing, nice. I felt like the story was pretty good, except for the space stuff. I felt like the space stuff was kind of stupid, like an annoying distraction. But yeah, nice, very pleasant animation. Uplifting story, you know. All worked out in the end. It's very nice, you know. Just it gives you a good feeling, like looking at it, and the audio. Really good stuff. Oh no, licensed music. If that means I can't post this to YouTube. Yeah, nice ending. I'd do another one of these again, another visual novel. I can only read about an hour and a half at a time though, before my voice starts to give out, so that's kind of the limit. I have to do it over a few sessions like I did this one. I don't really find it that fun, like scribbling through the pages as well. Just give me a button to push to go to the next page. Having to do that towards the end of the game was a little agitating. Thanks for playing.